Hello, Lou, and hello, wrestling fans.
Yes, people. No shows. How's it going? Can you see us all right?
Hello, Lou, and hello, wrestling fans.
That's my phone. Sounds all right through my phone. Eating some sweets. Look at this. I'll come back with a fucking huge tub of sweets from the garage. So they're full now. Let's see. Ask us next time I stream how full they aren't. Ha! Sox Pit Streams. Welcome to the Noshas. Welcome to the Noshas. I don't think I've seen your name in the lives before. Loud and clear, there's Dougie, Ethan, Max, Simon. Number one mods here. Hit the likes, people, hit the likes. Mods here. Hit the likes, people, hit the likes. That sounds good, that. Sounds good. Right, just need to get my notes. Get my notes up. So, what are you doing live on today, my bro? Well, so the original plan, I'm doing the original plan. So obviously, the anonymous questions thing, I think it's for me. Can't just have one. Well, yeah, exactly, mate. Like, it's terrible. I love sweets, me, especially when I've been doing the bacon, you know what I mean? Very easy, accessible. But we're back in the gym now, so it all fuels the gains. I feel like I've been hit by a truck. I had a day off today, honestly. I've been 2 days back in the gym, Thursday, Friday, and then that crazy death match. I feel like, well, I've never been ran over, but I feel like the equivalent. I feel like I've been ran over. What's me go-to sweet? Ooh. What's my favourite sweets? I do like fruit pastels are a classic, like, but got us thinking there. What sweets do I always ask for, Al?
Ooh.
I like them Sour Patch Kids at the minute. What?
Haribo's?
Yeah, and just anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just like sweets, me, like a big kid. Sorry, Ethan, I didn't finish my thing. So for me, I feel like the anonymous questions thing is obviously run dry. Do you know what I mean? I feel like everything that is going to be asked about me is being asked, and then anything that happens as we go on in life, because I believe anything that goes on as we happen in life, I'll talk about my lives. Do you know what I mean? So I was thinking, what can we do to put a little spin on the podcast for a Monday? Because obviously this is more of a talky one than like a watch along, and I want to try and keep it that way because it's nice to have a little podcast. So I was thinking, pro wrestling, would you rather? So like, would you rather one or two? And I went on ChatGPT and I got I haven't even looked at them all yet. But there's like 30 here. Some of them might be a bit rubbish, but there's some decent ones as I look through. I've got 30 questions. Would you rather's? I'm just going to go through and answer. Feel free to put your would you rather's in the chat. If they are appropriate, I will answer them. And if they are not appropriate, ask them through the Noshbot. And obviously, Noshbot rules also, I'll have to answer them. So you can be the judge on appropriate or inappropriate. I may have caused a riot there, who knows? But Noshbot rules. Anyway, let's have a look through this chat. It's going off tonight. Busy one for a Monday. Love it. We're growing. The Noshers are growing. What happened with the travellers at the show? I don't really know. I'll go check. Rather than me talk about it now, go check out my vlog. I believe it was my favourite show I've ever been a part of. That vibe was unbelievable. Like, it was the closest thing to ECW I think we're ever gonna get. And I'm just reading Bobby's comment. I'll get to you in a sec. I know we're going back in July, and like honestly, it was unbelievable. I can't wait. But check out the vlog. Everything that needs to be said on the show is in that little vlog. And also, I believe the full show is going to be on YouTube very quickly. So I'm speaking to Jack to see if we can do like a 2-man watch along for the show when it goes live. So that'll be fun. Let's have a look here. Tim was good in Square Go, got eliminated by a kiss. I seen the picture. That was the surprise I was on about. I can't love it. Tim in ICW making his debut in the Square Go. What a belter. I've seen the photo. He loves the old Great Khali elimination. Funny. You freaking smashed it on Saturday. Got a fist bump off you. How's the head? I went out with my mum, my brother, and sister yesterday for food, and I was like, I'm sorry, I better wear a hat. My head's all cut to bits. It's not like the worst it's ever been, but there's a lot of glass. Pizzazu said hello to you. Hello again. Love the fact that we're back on the reels. Big up Pizzazu's reels. Everyone go follow Pizzazu on Instagram and check out his reels. I asked Darwin permission, but I didn't ask Pizzazu permission. So this is a public apology to Pizzazu for stealing your content for my vlogs. But I know you don't mind. You're a good guy. But I asked Darwin if I could just include what he said on Instagram, because that was a lovely speech, and I didn't want to just repeat what he said and take away what he said. Sorry, a lot of comments tonight. It's all buzzing. Appreciate everyone spending your time. Sound like you just played Bowler's voice. Don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Hello, Lou, and hello.
Don't know what the hell you're talking about, Bobby. Are you hearing things? Pencil bites, my go-to. Pencil bites. What are they? Or am I just being dumb? Is that what I've got? I call them snakes. Wagwan, Patrick has entered the Nosh pit. There he is. Back on his normal account. ICW is crap now, to be honest. Well, I haven't seen much of it, but if Tim's there, it can't be crap. Hi, Lou. Any more TW videos? Yes! I'm going to record one and release it tomorrow, and it's going to be every Tuesday from then. I didn't last week because I realised like I was getting all excited with my new gear, my new setup. So I released like a couple within quick succession. So I was just letting them catch up. But tomorrow and every Tuesday from there on will be TEW, playing as myself, not playing with myself. Not a nosher. It's not a noshing series. Won't beat the ride on Saturday. Hate to think about what you went through in your head. Honestly, mate, nothing. I didn't think twice. All from my perspective, I didn't know any of the riot was going on. I didn't know anything happened beforehand. I didn't know anything was brewing or nothing. All from my perspective was me and Iceman were working on the outside, and then all of a sudden I felt a change and a separation, and that guy and Iceman were scrapping. And then from there, they separated. Obviously, I was like, I don't know if there was any fans here around us could hear. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, show's over. It's done. And then there was a little bit of separation. Iceman was to my right, and the guy was to my left. I looked at Iceman. I went, what we're doing? I heard Iceman say, get him out of here now. I looked at the guy, and I just threw. It was better than the Nathan Black on there. Thanks for watching. The sweetest right hand I ever threw. Starfished. And then all of a sudden, big up Tom Harrop, by the way, escorting him outside. It was crazy. It all happened within 2 minutes, in and out. And then I looked at Iceman, and I was like, show goes on, let's go, reset. And what a show, and then what an ending. Honestly, that touched my heart being in the ring when Iceman was on the mic, like, and what he said. Amazing, amazing, absolutely amazing. That's my take on it, and that's like literally all I knew what happened until after. And then obviously I was speaking to people after, and obviously I realised there was loads of stuff going on before that. I thought, because me and Iceman were out the ring, I thought Danny and Jack were in the ring running the shit. But little did I know, Jack's trying to fucking stop around. I was like, oh, I didn't pack any lenses. I tripped on some bloody marbles. But all good fun. Did you see that? I knew Pizzazu would have got the reel. I'm going to end up on Botchamania. Right in front of the phone. I fucking kicked Iceman. I didn't realise there was marbles on the floor. Legit, apparently marbles on the floor. And I throw a kick and I just fucking end up on my arse. So funny. So funny. But if I'm going to come online and laugh at other people, I've got to laugh at myself, right? So that's in the vlog there. I need to post that as an individual clip. Should do some alright views. Funny. Where we're at anyway. Haven't even started yet. 20 minutes in, chatting to the Noshers. Well, I left just hanging for a while. Like, I didn't even realise the time. Oh yeah, because me and Al. So Al got back today, and I was just telling him about how I cleverly like got my monetization running on my Big Lou Nixon page by making a couple of videos about a spud van. Anyhow, go follow Big Lou Nixon on Facebook because I can use that page and that is monetized. The Red Zone have knacked that on my normal page. But anyhow, and then I was just sitting before. I ate some pizza and he's just stuck the PlayStation on. He was on his phone. He's like, "What's that thing called?" Because they've blocked me on like TikTok and all sorts. Everything I can't find like a potato anywhere. And he went, "What's that thing called?" I went, "What are you on about?" He's like, "Is it Ricky Potatoes?" I fucking then Ellie hit the floor. I was like, "Ricky Potatoes." I was like, "No, it's Zyre Potatoes, but it fucking should be Ricky Potatoes. Imagine Rowdy Ricky Knight selling potatoes. I'm Rowdy Ricky. Come and get your potatoes. My wife will feed you free potatoes. I'm ill. £5 potatoes, £10 for a go on the wife." Anyhow, but also, I know I'm joking. I am. I was obviously joking. You mean Ricky Potatoes couldn't run a van, but as Ethan knows, the Knight family is just easy content between me and them. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't involve anyone else. I got 109 messages on a video of me walking back from the gym talking about an article that I couldn't even read because I was blocked, or I didn't watch it, or a video I couldn't even watch because I was blocked. Got like over 100 comments and like 50,000 views. Every single comment is from a Red Zone wet wipe telling me I'm the bad guy. You need people like me to point and go, "Hey, he's the bad guy." I'm not the bad guy. It's a content creator. Anyway, where what? TW said about that. Didn't they get involved in the main event? Yeah, it was in my match, mate. But what, you know what I mean? Where, another point about that, where else would you get that? Like, you say deathmatch wrestlers can't work or whatever, or there's no talent in deathmatch wrestling. Like, where else could there be a riot and it be dealt with and over and out the building within 2 minutes that the workers get dragged into, and then for the match to finish, it didn't affect the match at all. We did everything that we was set out to do, and the show ended on such a high. There's been such a buzz on social media, and the next show's already in the same venue. Like, wow, that night is going to go down in not just Brit Rest, like fucking just wrestling in general. Like, it's legend. That, like, it'll go down in legend. I don't even know what kicked it off, really. Would you rather? Oh, we'll get to there. Get to them in a minute. I haven't even started, mate. We're just talking about the who needs a plan for the podcast when you've got a chat like this. We'll get to that. But Jack was pissed, bless him, and the owner had to separate them. Honestly, I didn't even know. You want to see the footage? I didn't. I've got 3 clips that I didn't include in my vlog there's one of the riot that I didn't know about, which I don't think I'd be able to put on YouTube because you can't even put like a street fight on YouTube. There is one of like the box of the bin with the light tubes in is blocking it, but it's from back. If you are there, you'll know. So entranceway, it's from back wall. So like obviously, from what I know now, like the riot was here, and like where I hit the guy who attacked Iceman was like entrance side. So there's a bucket of light tubes in the bottom corner that are blocking the punch, but you can kind of see obviously what I've explained, Iceman like stepping away, and then if you listen really closely you can hear the guy hit the ground, ba-doom, and then you can see Tom and that swarm, and then it go outside. And then I've got a third video from slightly to the left that someone sent us on Messenger the next day with the comment, "You delivering sweet justice here," which I absolutely loved. But again, it's not the clearest, but you can see the money shot. You can't actually see it land, but again, you can see the money shot, the swarm, and then just we're back on. But I had a load of comments saying I did well, but I didn't even realise what the whole thing was about. I thought I was just looking after Iceman, you know what I mean? Legend. Might put it on Patreon. That'd be a good first Patreon, wouldn't it? Fivers in the hat. I'll put it on Patreon after this. I've had an idea for Patreon, so obviously can't watch WWE and WCW on YouTube and react, but people like ask us to do it, and obviously everyone loves Al. Everyone wants to see Al on screen. So and obviously Al is a big WCW fan, Sting, Ric Flair, all that. I haven't really watched much of that. Love watching old wrestling, or not just old wrestling, just like good wrestling that I haven't seen. Do you know what I mean? And I'll say he's got loads of. What were you recommending the other day? What was it? It was a mad old match, but like, it was like having.
Sting.
Yeah.
This is the great.
Yeah. You've sent it. I'll have a look anyway. But what we're gonna do, me and Al are gonna do some like WCW match reactions, and I'm gonna put them on Patreon. We're gonna start them like one a week. So that's gonna be how we're starting the Patreon off. But I just thought it was a nice little something different. And if you want to see Al, you got to pay for his pretty face for the time being.
Dragon Master in Buzz. Sonya.
Say it again.
Dragon Master Buzz.
The whole thing. Have you got your phone out?
Yeah.
What's the whole match? WCW.
Yeah. Flair, Anderson.
6-man tag.
Sting. Yeah. Versus
Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and Sting.
Versus Buzz Sawyer.
Versus Buzz Sawyer, Great Muta,
And Dragon Master.
and Dragon Master. And what does it say? Like,
It was rated one of the highest, best technical matches
and it's
ever.
apparently rated one of the best technical matches ever by this article. So that's going to be the first thing we'll watch. We'll have me here, Al here, but obviously. And basically, it's good to have a. I'm gonna have obviously because there's twice now I've done reactions. Obviously, I'm still like learning. I big up Sam Driver and Tom Campbell from Cultaholic helping us with the ins and outs of YouTube. They suggested Patreon because a couple of times I've done a video, they were hour-long videos, and they've come up copyright and they're like wasted. Do you know what I mean? So having that just means I can put them on there. I feel like I'm well behind with these comments. I haven't even started what I want to do, but you know what? This is my podcast. I could put like Lou gets noshed in Kumite toilets live, and it could just be me talking for an hour, and I say, oh, wait till the end, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'll be like, tune in next week. And I think you'd all be, and I don't think you'd mind, you know what I mean? We'll do some Would You Rathers, but I'd rather talk to you guys, you know what I mean? I just like to come on with a plan in case there's like one person here, do you know what I mean? But, what did you say there?
Me?
Did you say,
I said, oh, you cock.
are you talking about noshing on FIFA now? Can't escape it. Sorry, I'm back. YouTube crashed. I got one of the marbles, probably. Yeah, honestly, I thought it was just wet and like slippy, and there was loads of glass. But like, I went like literally like I looked like I slipped on marbles. Don't ask for a special. Would you rather never drink tea again or never drink fizzy again? I think I could live without the fizzy because I would be good if I didn't have tea or coffee to drink me biscuits in. Roy's the one I am well and truly against at the moment. Hey, don't let me influence your decision, you know what I mean? Just do your research. No, mate, honestly, like, I'm the same. I'm like, if you're good to my face and you're good to me, I'm good to you. I don't care who you like, I don't, whatever, do you know what I mean? Well, obviously within reason, you know what I mean? But like, you go get that meet and greet with Surya. I know you'll be getting all excited when you get the picture with her. Are you gonna get one of them weird fan pics and you give her a big hug? I'm getting my ticket for the next show. I know the layout of the place now. Is that for the next Bishop show? Or just the next Rise show in general? I'm not at the next Rise show, unfortunately. I'm in America. But might send BTT's young boy for a scrap. Representatives in spirit, you know what I mean? You almost got caught and it was right next to... Yeah, I didn't know that until after the back. Sorry if I'm dead behind on it. I just want to... As I say, I'd rather talk to you. But I will do some anonymous shit. Not anonymous shit, some the scheduled programming. But as I say, who gives a fuck? I'm here. We are live. Max and Ethan both sending us Instagram messages while they're in a chat. You know what I mean? What's so secretive? I can't see what they are yet because I need to open them. But what's so secretive? What secret conversations? Bring it to the chat. It's like, what's it when you're in school and you're like talking to your pal? And it's like, oh, if it's so important or so funny, bring it to the chat. You know what I mean? Bring it to the table. I'm only joking. I'll have a look at whatever you're sending us after this. After the stream. I hope that Iceman doesn't follow through with what he said after the show. The man's a legend. Iceman, I know Iceman's got more in the tank. He's got more in the tank. Well, it was unfortunate. Well, actually, I'm not gonna. I'll wait. I'm not gonna say spoilers. Actually. But I don't think Iceman's done. Iceman. I was honestly that touched my heart. That I took it all in after. I was like, them three boys, O'Doherty, Jack, and fucking Iceman, hometown Bishop, and I was in the match with them, and like the reaction all night, not just in my match, and like fucking, and fucking like, just like it hit us in the heart. It was when like Jack, and he said it was like Jack was 5 years old. And they were like Frank singing Frank Sinatra, and like I would have tattooed Frank Sinatra, and like me and my granddad, like love Frank Sinatra, and that, you know what I mean. And like honestly, it just was like, and obviously like their hometown. Obviously, I'm not from Bishop Auckland, I'm from like Newcastle, you know what I mean. Live next to the Metro Centre, me. But I can like can relate to like imagine like I don't know. Imagine like if we put like a wrestling show on at the Crown and it had like 300, obviously we're cutting down, or like Swallow Cricket Club out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? With a field and that outside.
Yeah.
Like imagine if we put an event on there and it drew like you seen the footage? Did you see the clips?
Yeah.
Like if it drew like that, which people could probably give it a go at one point, but you know what I mean? Imagine how buzzing would feel after. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what it was like. And I was in the like the event I was in with like O'Doherty, Iceman, and Jack and the mate. I was just there because like. You know, thank you for having us. You know what I mean? Happy to play a part. Do you know what I mean? But like, there was like, I just felt it when Iceman did the promo. He's like cameras off and that, and like he did a promo from the heart. And that. Honestly, it was amazing. Honestly, you couldn't write a night in wrestling like that. Like, but what an amazing! I would love to fucking have a show like that every month. Chatting loads of shite, me. Custard creams are the best biscuits. If I get Patreon, can you buy Smokey treats with the money? Smokey eats before me and Al. He's got some dreamies already, hasn't he?
Sure, yeah.
But
hobnobs.
Chocolate hobnobs. Yeah. The chocolate hobnobs are the one. They're so nice. Smokey will get it. It'll be me getting the treats with a Patreon. Smokey eats first. Nothing to do with your opinion. It's just what I've heard and the stuff he's done. Less about that. Sorry, I didn't have all messages visible on. I'm an idiot, me. Oh, there's Tom. Sorry, I was looking at the messages on the screen and they weren't coming through. And they were coming through, but not on my side. It's because I had just like top messages on. Sorry about this, people. Right. Haha, what an idiot. Missed Big Tom. Tom Harrop. Big Lou Nixon, roughest man in Tyndall Club. What a belter. Yeah, me, you know what I mean? Just helping the Harrops, you know what I mean? I loved it after. I don't know exactly who said it. Was it you, Tom? And you were like, you're an honorary Harrop now. That warmed my heart. That I was like, yay! Fighting for my family in real life. Now that is the film. That should have been the name of the show. I'm just double checking I didn't miss any things because I had it on the wrong thing. I don't think I have. And if I have, I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean? I'm only human. You know what I mean? Oh, there's Ace. Would you rather do Would you rather do a what fucking hell? Would you rather do a would you rather or get noshed off in a Kumite toilet? If it's by the original OG noshers, I will take the would you rather. They won't let you give her a hug. That's not nice. How do they get to hug the WWE ones? Left side Tyndall, it's not a secret I sent you photos. Oh, for the seminar. I think the Postal Service are doing more noshing than anything else. Danny Douglas sent me a big up Danny Douglas. I said it, but he sent us this lovely monitor for Christmas, and the wires and that. And one of the wires got noshed off Santa. Ravy Davy sentenced for false messages. What the hell? What the hell? You alright, Max? What the hell? You can't just say something like that and not follow up. Ravy Davy sentenced for false messages. Hey, you're a Geordie, so you're honorary bishop guy in my heart. I honestly, right? The Harrods told us that the bishop would love me, but obviously, I was shocked because I watched the first match from full Caden and Jack Bennett. Great job they did, unbelievable. But when obviously Caden, Alan, oh yes, yes. I was waiting for that. I was gonna call you for the big finale, but I'll answer that one. I'll get to that in a second. I don't even need a plan for these podcasts anymore. I just come talk. But what was I saying? Yeah, they were saying like that they'd love us in Bishop, but I didn't believe it. And then I come out for the promo bit to introduce Ace, and they went mental, and I was like, whoa, they do like me here. Felt the love. You definitely fit in well with the Arab lot. Swing the big right. Ah, yes. Then you bash the bishop. Bash the bishop. Yes. Nosh, nosh, nosh. No noshing in the Bishop Social Club. Just bashing. Ah, that was funny. That I like that. Sorry that this podcast hasn't been as advertised. I'm just gonna run with it now. Do you know what I mean? I might save the would you rathers for another day, but I'll answer the ones that have been put in the chat. Proper clickbait, yes. Way. Said I was gonna do would you rathers and just chat shit for an hour. Like, you'll see how I go. See how I go. I think I'm overthinking it. You know what I mean? It's your podcast, Lou. Do what the fuck you want. Anyhow. Where we're at. They're not supposed to hug them. They go off it. But why is there loads of weird pictures of, like, weird people hugging, getting really close to the wrestlers? And it's just weird. How do they even surface? How did that even happen? Like, you know what I mean? That's what I would think, you know what I mean? Like, it's no need, like. Wish I could have seen the latest Rise show. I know you guys from BGW has Crammond reserviced. As a fan, I paid for 3 future shows, no refund. I generally hope he's okay. Yeah, I've had no contact with Crammond since like I found out the shows weren't happening when all you guys did, you know what I mean? Like the graph, I didn't have no inside knowledge, and I still don't, you know what I mean? What did I say straight away? The first thing I said, Louis Theroux's always been there. I went, Andrew Crammond to come and do a podcast, you know what I mean? But obviously, like nothing's been said. But all I can tell you is about Bleeding Gums, though. Obviously, I hope you all. It is important that you all get refunded for the shows. And like, I know Craven deep down, he's not a dickhead, and he's not a thief, and he wouldn't rob anyone on purpose. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, I feel like, some things just take time to sort. You can imagine it's a crazy old situation that he's dealing with. Like, sometimes when you get hit with a big problem, it's easier to run away and hide in a corner for a bit than deal with it. So just, I know, but all I can say is I know he's not a cunt, and he's not a thief, and he's not a, and I feel like people will get sorted eventually, but we'll probably take a bit of time. Do you know what I mean? Like to do a few shifts of whatever he's doing in his new job. Do you know what I mean? But let's live in hope, people. But anyway, as number one mod has just said in the chat, what I can tell you is about Bleeding Gums is we have exclusive. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the last ever Bleeding Gums show, which was called It's Bad For You, which I believe that was me and Brett, Tommy and Iceman, and that was the one with Tim and Reed Bentley. I believe MM3 was on it, correct us if I'm wrong. The only way anyone can try again. I believe the only way anyone could have ever seen the show was either by being there from buying a ticket or through DVD, through the Deathmatch Outlaws website. See the link here and the lovely layout. deathmatchoutlaws.com/category Lou Nixon. Take away Lou Nixon. I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark. Put something like DVD. But anyway, I believe that's the only way up until this week, that you'll ever be able to see that footage. Because on Friday, a watch along of Bleeding Gums' last ever show. It's Bad For Ya. It's going to be on this YouTube channel. You love to Crammond for giving me that honour. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Thriller TV right now. I feel like IWTV. You know what I mean? I feel like that. That's what I'm going to feel on Friday. But there's going to be no subscriptions. There's going to be none of that bullshit. It's going to be free. It's going to be free to watch on this channel on Friday at 8 o'clock. All you're going to have to put up with is the noshers and me chatting shit. But if you ever want to watch that show without buying a DVD, which I don't suggest, because if you don't have a DVD player, that'd look cool and like a backdrop for a YouTube channel. Hint, hint. I don't have a DVD player, but the cases with the covers would be nice. But anyway, yes. Friday, going to be exciting. I'm happy. That's mad. We sorted that on stream. We sorted that like number one mod. Do you know what I mean? Proper grafter. Anyway. Alan, yes. So obviously I had obviously it's not going to happen, is it? You know what I mean? We'll keep it for another time because I'd just be content. You know what I mean? Well, I've enjoyed this just chatting, but I'm not done, by the way. But I don't think I'm going to go through these 30 would you rathers at this point. You know what I mean? Let's be realistic. I didn't realise people had so much stuff to talk about. But anyway, Alan put this big one here. It was he's left in the chat. Number 2 mod, Alan. Would you rather main event WrestleMania or have 1 million noshers? And the honest answer is 1 million noshers, because I believe if I had 1 million noshers, like, I would have everything I want in the perfect wrestling career going for me. If I had 1 million noshers, you know what I mean, obviously, I'd have for a high profile. I feel like I'd be doing the old Drew Parker GCW runs. If I had 1 million noshers, I would be running shows in that Bishop Social Club every month. My God, ECW would live again with that atmosphere. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would. So if I had 1 million noshers, you know what I mean? So all day, 1 million noshers. None of this is possible without the noshers. David, what's this Ravy Davy stuff? Ravy Davy received 100 hours unpaid work. What is this? Why is it? Yeah, how's it going, Brian? Why is this? Well, how has this reached you? Are you wanting us to make a video about that? As I've said in the video titled, I am only going to say this once. If you're giving me information to make a video about, come at us with the right price, and the information, and I'll broadcast it. But all my experiences with Davey being sound, you know what I mean? Is that a wanking, Alan?
Yes. Flashing the bishop.
Oh, it's getting serious now. Number one mod sent an article in. You know what we're going to do now? An article's being sent in. So, we're going to pull it up. We're going to pull it up. Is this fresh news today? Brian B, is that? Brian B from Scotland. Haggis, I believe people call you. Peter Hammond. Oi, oi. How's it going? Yeah, so you're going to join with? I don't know if you got... actually, I have seen your message because you hearted it. Number one mod. I do not have the capabilities of making a thumbnail or a graphic good enough to do justice that. The internet world premiere for It's Bad For You. I don't have. I was trying and it would look bad. So we'll have a nice fancy graphic like that. See if we can get some noshas in. Hey, Bomb, how's it going? I didn't have. It's hilarious that I didn't realise when you fireballed us, your fucking wig fell off. You're a wizard, Bomber. Come and get around Ricky Potatoes. Fuck off, Al. Why did you say that? And like you didn't do it on purpose, like you generally made a mistake. Love Deathmatch Outlaws me. I love Deathmatch Outlaws me. Oh, shit. I'm gonna be chatting on. Sorry. Fuck, I'm gonna get dropped from the team. Where's me jacket? I have got Tim Strange with me in a cage. Big love, Tim Strange. Big love, Tim Strange. I had debut in ICW, by the way, on All That Talk Scotland. Right, I'll pull that article up in a minute. What's this article? I've got the article. I'll send you it. Is this the same article that I already have? Did you see me going on my arse? No, mate. Did you see me go on my arse? I didn't realise there was marbles apparently. Best show I've ever been a part of. Amazing. Oh, fuck. I feel like I've been hit by a fucking train. I think that's like more to do with the gym though, to be honest. Like, obviously, like that was my first death match in a while. To be fair, I was only like my third. Obviously, January's quiet. I get like no rest for the wicked from now, really. But that was only like my third match of the year. But unbelievable. It's going to take some topping that. But I believe, from what I know, in July, we're going to top it. Or we're going to do our very best. I'll have a look at them. I'll have a look at my phone messages after, because I'm easily sidetracked, and Alan knows it's the tisms. I get on. I feel like I feel like I have like some kind of Shakespearean literature going on in my head, ready to pounce, and then I get distracted by one little thing, and then I turn into like fucking Carl Barmer. You know what I mean? From Shakespeare to Carl Barmer real quick with one little distraction. So I'll check anyone who sent us a message. Most of these are in the chat. I'll get back to you all after this chat. Most of these are probably photos. Number one mod on the he's the only one who would get preference if I had to open a message. Number one mod. I'm see there. I got to see that's what I mean. Got distracted, and I haven't pulled the article up. There's a clip of me slipping when I kick. What was the deal? You keep going on about this cream cake. Cream cake. I didn't slip. Apparently, like, it was marbles. Apparently, I don't know where the fuck marbles come from. What's the cake? Is this? There's got to be do with Tim the cake. I haven't send if there's any clips of the cake stuff. Send us it. I don't know what the deal. I seen the cake, but I thought it just would end up in someone's face. I don't know. Did it have explosives in? Anyway. I'm going to bring this article up. Do I want to leave YouTube? This affects the stream, I'm sorry.
British people
Whoops.
are in trouble. Hello,
British people are in trouble. That's not the right thing. Sorry about that. That was another Geordie YouTuber. Right. Try that again. Click article. Oh, it's because I'm an idiot, mate. I click back to YouTube. Go to site. Accept. Bosh. Bosh.
Hello, Lou, and
I unsend my message soon as you answer it in chat. Oh, don't be unsending messages. That drives me vital. British people are in trouble. He's got. If anyone wants to know, he's a good. He does not know who I am, at all. He's way out of my league. What's he called? Cam. That was class. That British people are in trouble. Cam Kirkham. He's got his second channel. So his second channel where he just does like little daft reactions like that. British people reacts to TikToks like of like what was that one? British people being confused in America, and like this is his second channel. He's got so I've got noshas. He's got the donuts. You know what I mean? It's good. It's you know what I mean. But he's got 400,000 noshas, and that's on his second channel. Insane. Anyway, but yeah, Cam Kirkham. There we go. I feel like I like watch things that no one else will watch, and then like when I went like Hedgehog Man, and I always people like Hedgehog Man. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and then when I went like Danny G, and like people are like, hey, Danny G, that popped us. I'm like, I feel like I'm the only like people who watches these, but I forget how popular the internet is. What's his product? That was his Reacts channel. That. He does some good stuff on his main channel, like more deep dives. Don't unsend messages, man. Friggers. So I'm going to be wondering, what did he send? What did he send? Did he bottle it? Did he ask us for a fight and bottle it? I will get to this article, but British people are in trouble. That's funny, that. Imagine if I was watching something weird. No weirdness on the business laptop. Number one mod's got access to it. You're the only person I know who knows Brett. You're the only person I know that knows who Brett May is. Yeah, I'd fight Brett May in a heartbeat, me. Imagine the clout I'd get. I'd hammer him as well. You know Brett May. You know the one who he was meant to fight Shadowboxer, and then he got locked up and he's in jail now. And then he's in like conveniently the week before his fight. He was on that Terry Stone podcast. He's one of them, like, can imagine him. He's like a bully who would only like go for people who like aren't like, obviously Danny G talks about fighting, but like there's no footage of him ever fighting. Like there's at least footage of Brett May having a couple of fights. He's terrible, but like he's terrible, but fucking obviously he's handpicking his opponents, and I feel like that Shadowboxer would have beat him on that Dougie Joyce show. It's mad, the guy who stepped in to fight Shadowboxer on that show, I refereed his fight at the Cricket Club down the road. You know that me pal's show I referee? He fucking fought me pal beat him. Dom, insane, man. And then I seen him, I was like, I recognise him. And I was like, our referee is fucking insane. And I was like, if he can get on a fucking influencer YouTube fucking boxing show, I can. And that was before I was doing any of this, really. But anyway, British people are in trouble. Let's read the article. This podcast today's episode has been what I would describe in wrestling terms as a car crash. Nothing's went to plan, but I feel like it's been passable. What?
6-1.
Is that a win?
6-1. Yeah.
Oh, we're winning.
Yeah.
Hey!
6-1.
Kate said youth team winning 6-1. Up the young'uns. It's important for youth development. You've got to groom them properly. Not groom. I mean, what's the word? To get the max potential.
Nonce.
No, not nonce. No. PDF? No. Anyway.
Well, the coaches picked that fail.
I seen Tim. Tim hit the best right hand all night from what I seen on Pizzazu's reels. Absolutely sparked. I think it's the very. I don't know if it's the first one or the second one. Do you know what I'm gonna look? We're in the middle of a car crash. You know what I mean? We might as well wait till we're pulled out the wreck. So I'm just gonna go and check out Pizzazu's reel. One of the punches is absolutely sweet. Adair doesn't actually get me. Adair doesn't log onto my Instagram on this. Like, it's not happening. Yeah, I commented on it. Where was I don't know exactly which one it was, but honestly, that was the best right hand of the night. First one. I can't get it up there. I'm not. I refuse to log on to the Instagram here on this computer. But check out Pizzazu's reel of Council versus Tim and Mr. V. First right hand. I don't know how he got back up. Easily distracted. See? Right. So this. Let's start because this could be clipped for a video. Chacha get back with more articles. So this is from 5 hours ago. This is mental, this. I did not have a clue about this until the chat brought it to my attention. I was talking about the weekend's antics and all that, you know what I mean? But let's have a look, you know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be as well, I wouldn't say the Teddy Hart article was lighthearted. It was absolutely mental. But I don't think it's good. I think it's like different than that. So anyway, wrestling influencer Ravy Davey sentenced for false messages. I don't know what false messages is, but let's read it. McCallum appeared at Kilmarnock Sheriff Court earlier this week after admitting to engaging in a course of conduct which caused a man fear or alarm. I still don't understand. Let's keep reading. A wrestling pro has been sentenced. What sentenced? What? A wrestling pro has been sentenced after publicly posting abusive and false messages about a man. False messages. So are these like, has he been AI and what the hell? Is that the? Have I missed something there? Subscribe to read this article. Have I just been ribbed there? Oh, right. I thought, oh my God. Honestly, I thought I'd absolutely just been made a fool of there. There you go. You see how that out? I was reading it. And then that was it. I was like, what? And then it's like, it says subscribe to read more. It says subscribe to read more. Look, look, you can see what I can see. That's in. Read it on purpose. What the hell? No, right. Is the. That's. What a rib. Anyway, send us the full one. Right, Glasgow Times. Right, can you pull that? Right, Max, can we get this link? Right, I'm gonna forward you the link, Danny. #1 mod, and send me it so I can pull it up on screen. Because he's good, it's on Instagram and it's on my phone. I'm gonna send you this on Facebook. You know what? Like, you know, I don't know what to say. Like, I feel like I was ribbed. I ribbed myself. I was getting better into it. Right, I'm gonna forward this to you now, Danny. Can you put this in the chat so I can get it up on screen? There's probably a way for me to do that myself, but like, I'm an idiot. Paul McRib. Right, I'm not going to put this in the fuck it. That was hilarious. Can't believe I was being ribbed by me mod. Let's try that again, folks. I know, sorry about the fact that if I press back to YouTube, we goes, British people are in trouble. Should we do it anyway? Is this going to be I hope this is the full article, because I'm going to basically, I can't put that in a YouTube video, do you know what I mean? So we're going to pretend like we've just got it up now, okay? So, exclusive. This is the only time I have any faking. Well, it's not really faking, you know what I mean? Just getting content out of it, but you know what I mean? Anyhow. So, the Noshas been on about this false messages, Ravy Davy. I don't really understand what false messages is, but this is the first time we've pulled up this article here. First time I've tried anyway. So we're gonna have a look at it. Before I read it, I didn't have a clue about this. It happened 5 hours ago. I don't know what's been going on. All my dealings with Ravy Davy, which there hasn't been many of them, but he's been absolutely fine with me. Sound guy. Said he was even going to book us on his over 18 show. It hasn't happened yet.
British people are in trouble.
Noshbot speaks. British people are in trouble. That was hilarious. That I want that on the soundboard. I'd like some of his subscribers too. Anyway. So I've been sent this article. All my dealings with Ravy Davy have been good so far. Said he would book us on his over 18 show. Hasn't happened yet. Sentenced to. Will I still work for him after this article? If the money's right, probably. Anyway. Wrestling influencer Ravy Davy sentenced for false messages. McCallum appeared. Is this the same article? McCallum appeared at Kilmarnock Sheriff Court earlier this week after admitting to engaging in a course of conduct which caused a man fear or alarm. A wrestling pro has been sentenced after publicly posting abusive and false messages about a man. Thank God for that. I thought that was just the same article. Yeah, no. Also known as Ravy Davy online, is a popular influencer who turned to wrestling after being involved in gang trouble at a young age in Govan. The 32-year-old, who has called himself the Fresh Prince of, sorry to any of the Scots in the chat, Drummoyne Square, I don't know, runs a wrestling school in the area and recently took over Linthouse Church as a base. This advert is nothing to do with my internet history, by the way. If anything, it's to do with #1 mods in the internet history. So let's just clarify. However, McCallum appeared at Kilmarnock Sheriff Court last week after admitting to engage in a course of conduct which caused a man fear or alarm. Right, I still don't have a clue what the hell he's done. The toll is a whole lot of nothing. And pretty much, because they say adverts are a reflection on the internet history, this is a business laptop. So this I'm not over 40. Over 40 and single, meet your match. Do you know what I mean? I believe if you were over 40 and you are getting women who look like that, I would probably click on it. But anyway, back to business. It was made publicly posting abusive or false messages. What's a false message? And sending those messages to his acquaintances. Court papers state McCallum of Glasgow committed the offences over a 4-year period. What the hell? Between January 2020 and January 2024. The crimes took place at Underwood Road in Paisley, the Long Alley Centre in Fife, and the Carrick Centre in Maybole. Don't know. I understand he's committed a crime, but I don't know. Still haven't been explained what he's done. From my head, from now, before I continue reading, false messages on a man. He's AI'd some messages and like posted them or something. I don't know. If the chat wants to help us fill in here, like. Anyone who knows. McCallum solicitor Paul Gallagher told the court that his client did significant work in the community. Well, that's a good defense, isn't it? I mean, he did significant work in the community. He helped slander, from what I've heard. Slander is the slander against Ravy Davy, or is the slander against the man? So Ravy Davies spreading slander about this man, and he's been jailed for it, or sentenced. Because if that's the case, we'll get back to that slander. I know a thing or two about slander. Anyway, he added, at best his actions were misunderstood over 4 years, but crossed the threshold of criminality. He is fit and able to do any unpaid work. I hope this will be the last time he's in any court. Sentencing. Sheriff Morag Fraser handed McCallum 100 hours of unpaid work and told him to complete 1 year of supervision by the local authority. So he's on probation for a year. Okay. Now I understand it a bit more. We're going to read it again from the top. So, 5 hours ago, wrestling influencer Ravy Davy has been sentenced for false messages. McCallum appeared at Kilmarnock Sheriff Court earlier this week after admitting to engaging in a course of conduct which caused a man fear or alarm. So, I understand false messages is slander. So, he's been slander against a man, striking fear in him. Is that right? A wrestling pro has been sentenced, not to jail. It makes you feel like he's being jailed. That wasn't slander. That's the truth, and the damn truth, the whole truth. Because there was witnesses, there was actual witnesses to that, the whole notion thing. There's no lies ever on this channel, so it wouldn't be a thing. It wouldn't if it wasn't true. But there's obviously lies on Ravy Davies' TikTok. You know what I mean? If he's still gonna run his show, like, I don't think like he's done anything too bad. I'd still work for him if he pays the right money. Like, you know what I mean? Oh well. Anyway, Dave McCallum, also known as Ravy Davy Online, is a popular influencer who turned to wrestling after being involved in gang trouble at a young age in Govan. Also, that's not quite true, is it? Because he wasn't a popular influencer who turned to wrestling. He was. They've got that kind of mixed up. It was probably gang trouble, wrestling, influencer. Am I right, folks? Am I right, folks? The 32-year-old who calls himself the Fresh Prince of Drummond Square runs a wrestling school in the area and recently took over Lindhouse Church as a base. However, McCallum appeared at Kilmarnock Sheriff Court last week after admitting to engaging in a course of conduct which caused a man, I keep saying that wasn't there the last time and it wasn't there this time, which caused a man fear of alarm. The way it's worded like it's going to hit you with a bombshell, and the bombshell never comes. Like, engaging in course, it's like, not intercourse, like course, engaging in intercourse with a man, like, not engaging in a course. It's like, oh, it's been well written. Anyway, article not a reflection of my internet history, business only. He admitted publicly posting abusive or false messages, slander regarding the victim, the man, and his business. What was his business? Does anyone know his business? And sending those messages to his acquaintances. So what was the slander over? Can anyone fill in the blanks? Brian B, are we against in the chat here? The British people are in trouble here. You need to fill in the blanks. You know. Kilmarnock Sheriff Court. Court papers state McCallum of Glasgow committed the offences over a 4-year period. So he's been like slandering a guy. So what's he been doing, like blackmailing him? About his business or something. I assume the guy's got nothing to do with wrestling. We'll get to the Vines Bog saga after this. I just need to get this so I can clip it for a video, and we'll get back to the chat. Anywho, the crimes took place at Underhood Road in Paisley. So what is that? What is at? This Brian, I'm looking at you, me fellow Scotsman, not me fellow Scotsman, me Scottish reporter in the chat there. The crimes took place at Underwood Road in Paisley, the Lochgelly Centre in Fife, and the Carrot Centre. So is this like, or maybe is that like shows? Is the shows getting ran there? And is maybe it is a wrestler or a worker or someone he trains? I don't know for certain, but I've heard rumours. Do you care to elaborate? Help me out here. Help me out. Help the guy out. It seems like a bombshell, but like it drops a whole load of nothing. McCallum solicitor Paul Gallagher told the court that his client did significant work in the community. Like, what is significant work? Started a wrestling school, and I don't mean this in a nasty way. I'm just describing him. The fat kid who was getting bullied turned him into a wrestler and got him on the PPW reels. Significant work in the community. McCallum appeared at Kilmarnock Sheriff Court the week after admitting to engaging in a course. Yeah, we heard that. Fear or alarm. He added at best his actions were misunderstood but crossed the threshold of criminality. So basically saying he didn't understand what he was doing while he was being a criminal. He's fit and able to do any unpaid work. Well, anyone's fit and able to do unpaid work if they're being caught for a crime and they're made to do it because they'll end up going to jail. I hope this will be one in court. I guess we all do for the love of Scottish wrestling. Samson. 100 hours of unpaid work and told him to complete 1 year of supervision by the local authority. It would be ideal if those 100 hours of unpaid work was just wrestling on his own wrestling show. Like just don't get paid for the match. And that was that article. Sorry that took a bit of time to get through and understand, but hey, I enjoyed that. I like articles on a Monday is good and all.
When I walk in a room, I'm literally...
Oops, sorry about that.
I'm
Didn't mean that.
6'7".
What a car crash. The scrap pack. Loved it. I wouldn't want to go on record without knowing for definite. Keep yourself safe, mate. Don't worry. I understand. The Vines Bog saga is not slander. Doggo witnessed the whole episode allegedly. See, I've heard so that's the first time I've heard Doggo allegedly witnessed it. But I've heard from two other workers who I fully believe who witnessed it as well. So he could be the third. He could be the third person who's witnessed it, and to be fair, just one of those 3 people telling us that they witnessed it, I'd believe. Do you know what I mean? And hey, even if it's not true, it's give my live stream life. It's became a brand. It's became you guys. You guys are the noshers. But what I was asking the other day is, speaking of the noshers, right? So what I wanted to figure out was, I'm not going to publicly show the picture. But obviously, if you know what we're talking about, genuine question: does wrestling bookings count as unpaid? Well, if you're stupid enough to wrestle for no money, I guess it's unpaid work, right? But I was a bit of a joke. I don't think you could, because obviously it'll be doing stuff for the community, it'll be community service, isn't it, Al? What kind of stuff do they make you do on community service? Like working in a charity shop, litter picking, stuff like that. Clear, yeah. That was just probably a very crude and badly timed joke, Max. But you know me. So, anybody who knows Noshas, the original Noshas, not like the original Noshas in the chat, what would we call it? What's the word? The origin story, or there's a word for it, in the internet world. It was mentioned, I think something said it. Law, that's it. So the Noshan law Is that the right wording? So anyone who knows the Notion law and where it come from. So if you law, there we go, that's the one. So if anyone knows the Notion law, and you know, and have them on Facebook. What I was thinking was, I'm assuming profile picture is the Noshers. Do you know what I mean? I want to know now, left or right, who was noshing and who was rolling the joint while getting noshed. I believe left is noshing, right is rolling and / getting noshed. Anybody knows, anyone can witness, yeah, okay, you said it. Jack Bennett was one of my informants. And Tomby was the other one, and I believe both of them, do you know what I mean? It happened! This is not slander. It happened. These would have, I don't know what these would be called, like, you know what I mean? I don't know what these would be called, but I'm glad it's the Noshers. Is Smokey home? I love how Smokey gets mentioned. Is Smokey or not? Or is it...
I think you sleep on my bed. He sleeps more on my bed than I do. I fall asleep on the same all the time, mate. Wow. 1 hour and 15 minutes. What a car crash.
I hope everyone enjoyed that. Come on with a script, right? And it didn't go to plan. But like, I just come on because I always like to come on with a bit of a story direction. It's better than me just sitting there going like, you know what I mean? I am the show. I am the TV. So I will present. Well, I would have thought right was doing the noshing, but that's the thing. So wasn't right the guy who was also shouting the slurs and also, oh, that's new, it's Tobias here. Oh, nonce pops up on screen now every time someone subscribes. Danny Douglas, how are you laughing at? He doesn't know about this. Danny Douglas, and he's so anytime someone subscribes now, when I'm on screen, it comes up with Tobias holding the down as a non-sign. What a belter! Everyone start making burners and just subscribing on screen.
What was I saying there?
I won't be on Wednesday. Got a football away there. Oh, who's playing? Is it more Champions League? Is it Scottish? Are you refereeing? Is it? Are you watching? Either way, I hope you enjoy whatever you're doing, mate. Tommy, Jack, and Darko can't be all wrong. If I only heard from one of them, I would believe them because they've done none of them have ever given me any reason to doubt anything they've ever said. And obviously, the group chat, the Noshers themselves, use back it up. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that it's them three very reliable sources, and all you. I'm not saying you are reliable sources, but you know what I mean. The colleagues, you know. It's real. Notion is as real as it gets, and it's true. Unlike Ravy Davy and his false messages, which I half understand. I feel like I got through it good enough to make a clip.
Watching your team in the Highland League. Is that football? Like soccer? Or is this rugby?
Highland sounds like something a bit more aggressive, you know what I mean? Like, what is it? Is that
Scotland.
Is it just football? Oh, you're right, it's rugby.
The Highlands is like a place.
But what is the Highland League?
Oh.
What sport?
No.
Do you know how you got like the Premier League? Is like, and what's the Scottish one called? Like the clap. You know, is that a league? It might be. I'm saying you might be like. You might be playing one under like, you know, like Gateshead level. You might be nearly on FIFA in the Scottish sense. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to understand it. Ah, yes. Oh, your shit, Lou. That's why we'll have number one mod. Wednesday, midweek madness. We are going to have, no thanks to me, thanks to number one mod, Naughty's Indie Classics. We've got a bunch of matches there. Naughty's Indie Classics. I've not seen any of them, but I'm going to read them out, and I know for a fact I'm going to enjoy every single one of them. Super Dragon vs. Loki. Metal Butcher vs. Samoa Joe 2. There's a 2. One being the one that I like. We're just going to watch it again. Or is this a 2 that I haven't seen? What the hell? Who knows? Johnny Flash versus Johnny Storm, the legend of Brit former XPW champion as well. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? European champion, am I right? Chris I never got to meet the man myself, but Adam Bowler always spoke high of him. And Teddy Organs Park. Samoa Joe versus Kanako Bayashi. Wow. You know me too well, number one mod. Well, I've never even seen that, you know what I mean? I didn't even know. I've still been gooning over the first one all this time, you know what I mean? What a car crash of an episode. I had 2 plans. So I had the roast planned, which I'm going to do, well, I don't know when I might do that the week after now, because I'm going to do a little different spin on it now. I'm going to, I don't know who Danny's told, but obviously Mod needs to know the score. I'm not going to mention it, I think. But basically, I'm going to do the roast. I'm going to rewrite the roast without mentioning, like, any of them involved, because they don't have as much clout or eyes on them or anything as me on any platform. Oh, nice one, bro. I wouldn't care, like, if you'd told the homies and that, you know what I mean? But, like, I didn't know how much I could say. But basically, I'm going to rewrite it and redo it in a way. I was speaking to someone, because I was asking, like, a little bit of information about it before I come on the live. And then I got told, like, a little spin how I could do it. So, but it'll take a little bit of research into a couple of promotions. But I'm going to work on that. So, and I'm also going to do it in a way that gives none of them any, I'm not going to name any of them. But basically, I'm not spoiling it, but basically in a nutshell, it's just a joke, it's just a roast, you know what I mean? It's going to be a comedy roast, but like, if you're going to put something on the internet for people to see, like, you can't like bitch about what people have got to say about it, right? Am I right? Do you know what I mean? Am I right? Especially if it's like a strong opinion, which I hold close to my heart. So, and which I know a lot of you in the chat will hold close to the heart. So I'm just defending by doing a comedy roast, but I'm not going to give any of the people involved any recognition because they think they're amazing, but really, well, nobody knows who the fuck they are, and that will continue. So thank you to the good brother who gave us that bit of advice as well. I will not name him, but he will know who he is. Charles, how's it going? Scottish Premiership, Championship 1, 2, and 3. So I think it was right. So it was like the equivalent to the conference. So England have got Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2, Conference. So we'll either do the roast next week or what we're going to do today. Would you rather? The would you rather thing's a really good concept, isn't it? But obviously, it's exciting times, you know what I mean? Say, I'm sorry for misadvertising. If you're really, really here and you're really, really looking forward to the would you rather with Big Lou Nixon, I can only apologise. But for whatever reason, I don't think you mind. Can you ask if we can show your UWF footage on the stream one week? Ah, yes, Charles. That'd be cool for midweek madness. So with midweek madness is like, so obviously Monday chat, the podcast. Friday is like full show. Wednesday, midweek madness. Just anything I want to watch. It's fucking madness. And that sounds like fucking madness. It's like get over hump day with whatever the hell you want, you know what I mean? Fucking madness. Good little concept, isn't it? And it's got like alliteration. MM. Yeah, if that's all right, Charles. I would love to. I'll leave it to number one mod to get a hold of the videos off you. Send it all to him, and he'll put them on the schedule. He'll keep me right. You know what I mean? Even though I am the man on screen, and I think I am the puppet master, I am just a puppet of number one mod. You know what I mean? Not really. Remember the? Oh, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna refer to it until we get the content. Anyhow, I think this car crash has went on long enough for a Monday night. Sorry, how many? It's I'm just checking the stream a second. There's still double figures in here. That's crazy. I can't believe you have stayed this long to listen to me say a whole load of what felt like nothing. And didn't even go plan, but as wrestling anyway. But I always enjoyed that. You kept me entertained. I don't know if I entertained you there, but I feel like the chat is the important thing. Do you know what I mean? The chat rules everything around me. Nosh. Liquidate toilets, y'all. Yeah. Wednesday, Midweek Madness, Morty's Indie Classics. As shown in the chat earlier, that's going to be crazy. I haven't seen any of those matches. I know a little bit about Samoa Joeski and Kenta Kobashi. I think that'll be a big meaty match that I will enjoy. I know for a fact I'm going to enjoy them all. Friday exclusive of Bleeding Gums last ever show, only available to watch on DVD, or if you are there until Friday. Hopefully I'll have a nice fancy graphic for that one, because I can't do that justice. That is, I feel like, as I say, IWTV on Friday, but no subscriptions needed. I'm gonna go play FIFA with Al, because he's getting jealous because I've spent too long with us and it's a Monday, and Monday is just meant to be podcast hour. But I'm only joking. But thank you all for joining. And I'll see you again on Wednesday. Thank you, Noshaz.